Welcome to Chronic Health Collective, where we empower you to transform every area of your life. We've gathered the best coaches and experts in the world to bring you weekly insights that will elevate your physical, your mental, and spiritual well-being. Whether you're looking to boost your energy, heal your relationships, or just live a more productive, balanced life, we're here to guide you every step of the way. My name is Minna, and today I have Christy with me.
Hello. So, audience, I would love today to introduce you to none other than our fabulous host, Minna Wong. She is a seasoned business consultant with a focus on optimizing systems and processes for large corporations. With a keen eye for detail and a strategic approach, she has helped numerous organizations streamline their operations and achieve greater efficiency. In addition to her consulting work, Minna is a dedicated life coach focusing on time management and productivity. She partners with clients to help them reach their ultimate productivity and time optimization goals, empowering them to achieve more with less effort and less stress. We all need that. Minna's latest entrepreneurial venture is the launch of her skincare brand, Coolness, with a Q, where her mission is to empower busy women to ditch heavy makeup and embrace their natural beauty. These are high-quality skincare solutions that simplify skincare routines and highlight the true beauty of every woman. Hi, Minna.
Hey, it's just us today.
It's the girls today. You know, Minna, I've always wanted to ask you, how did you ever get into productivity in the first place?
So it's a long story. When I met Andy in high school. And then when I went to college, we actually started a business together, which is in automotive. So from there, I have entrepreneurial experience. And while we were running the business, I was also back in school to get my master's degree. And then when I came out, we are still running the business. But after a while, my entrepreneurial experience and my degree kind of combined together. And that puts me into a position that I can be a business consultant. So I did that. We moved to the Bay Area. I became a business consultant. And what I do mostly is with systems and processes, which is what most corporations think that's what they need for productivity. And I've done that for many, many years. And the systems work, the processes work. But when we do implementations, a lot of times they're telling their employees that these systems is going to help you do your work efficiently. You're going to have less stress. Of course, none of those things ever happen, right? The system is works, the process works. All it does is just give the employees more work. It just actually gives them more stress. Right? So I kind of turn that around. I take that piece and spin out into a personal coaching for productivity. So I'm trying to help these people to figure out how to be more productive without spending so much time at work, so they can live a less stressful life, and while achieving the things that they actually want to achieve.
Oh my gosh, and that's so important because I mean, I think the days are in the past where people feel obligated to spend 12, 14, 16 hours a day at work and just kill themselves.
Well, it depends on where you are. There are certain industry that's still expecting you to work 80-hour weeks easily, and they just frown upon you even when you take a day off or when you're sick.
Right? I mean, how many of us have ever had that where we've called in and we're like, we're dying, we have a fever of 104, we're, etc. And they're like, will you be here tomorrow?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, and that is really uncalled for. Even though part of being productive, and you know this, Christy, is actually just to stay healthy.
It's so obvious. I know there is a kind of a movement towards workplaces where they make it more comfortable. You're built in, it's more of a flow rather than a sit at a cubicle and do your work. And they promote more like exercise and healthier foods at the place. Have you had the opportunity to see any of that happening?
Yeah, so the office's design is trying to be more collaborative. So they're trying to make you more productive by being collaborating. So the people don't have rooms anymore. They all have open spaces that they work at, and usually they would have more sunlight in the offices. They would have the step trackers that they give to you, so they make sure that you have enough walking. They give you incentives sometimes for joining exercise classes and stuff like that. So I think corporations are trying, but they can only do so much unless they really go into the whole functional nutrition thing that Andy is doing. But that's not really the mainstream corporation. That's not really what they do, because they still bought into the whole, medical pharmacist thing, pharmaceutical.
Right. And that's unfortunate, because it seems to me like your model, it not only enhances your life at work, but that would benefit your family by extension, because when you come home, you're not so stressed out, and you are also probably able to teach those habits to your kids so they don't have to go through it.
Right. So being productive means that a lot of, big part of it is that you'll be healthy mentally and physically, so that you can actually be able to allocate time for your family, right? Not just to, cook them a meal, and not just to do the laundry, but actually to spend quality time with your kids. If that's part of what you do with your family, right? A lot of time, when you're productive, you feel better about yourself, which actually give you more confidence in helping with your family, giving them the attention that they needed from you. So being productive is more than just getting work done. It's actually benefits your whole family.
Absolutely. And it's a given that healthy eating and healthy exercise, and when we say healthy, we mean not extreme, not crazy fad. We talk real healthy, organic fruits and vegetables, etc. Lots of healthy foods, real food, not frankenfood. And that just becomes that whole Confucius cycle of, if you want to be whatever healthy, say, it starts with you, and then that spreads to your home, and then it spreads to your neighborhood, and then it spreads to your town, and it becomes a great cycle.
For sure. When you turn it around, think about the other way. A lot of times people are getting these prepped meals. They're buying the frozen goods. They compromise in quality by thinking they're saving time, but in the long run, they're actually wasting time, because you actually turn your whole family into not as healthy as they can be, and which means they are going to be less productive. They're going to be less confident about themselves, which actually gives them more stress, which will make them more sick. So it's a vicious cycle. So even though when we're eating healthier, it might take a little more time for prepping and buying the food, it's worth the time. So it's just really about how you allocate your time to do the right things for your family.
Well, that sounds like the very foundation of productivity. That to me sounds like where you put your energy to set things up is what makes you more productive. Like at work, if you come in and your desk is piled high with stuff that you didn't do yesterday and it's not organized, that's not productive. You're just gonna be spending a bunch of time going through all that, right?
For sure, that's part of why people don't want to take sick leave, because when they come back, there's a pile of work waiting for them, right? But part of productivity isn't to be productive. It doesn't mean getting everything done. It just means that you're doing what matters the most to you.
Prioritizing
The things that you don't need to do, the things that is not important, not urgent, those are the things that you don't need to do, and you just don't do them.
Yeah, or you delegate. You
delegate to someone else.
And as an entrepreneur, that's a really essential skill, because so many, especially solopreneurs, spin their wheels on all these things that need to be done, and they're not progressing their business. They're not doing the things that build the business and make them money, because we're not in business
for sure
to give away everything. We're we have bills to pay too.
Yeah, being a solo entrepreneur is really difficult because you are the boss and you're doing the marketing, you're doing finances, you're doing product development. You can only wear so many hats efficiently. And so part of the goal of being an entrepreneur is to be profitable enough for you to diversify, to allocate these tasks to other people so that you can actually focus on what you do best. And when you do that, that's when your business becomes profitable, and that's when you become your business soars.
Yeah, or they scale. That's what they say. You can scale it up to a new level. Yeah, this sounds like it's something that is not well known, and because I think there's still a mentality that somehow we have to kill ourselves to make money, when in fact the work-life balance makes you more. I would think that could make you more productive. Am I wrong? Or
well, there's a fallacy going on. I think that from the TV shows and all that, from different movies, and they keep telling you that you should be able to have everything. You can have everything you want. Just put your mind to it. You can have everything you want, but in reality, you only have this much time a day, so you can really only do so much. If you want to be a good mom, and you want to be a doctor, and you want to do community work, and then you want to be a bus driver, you can't do all that, right? So you have to figure out what is this that's important to you. You can't just be all that because you want to be all that. So I think there's a little the lesson that these TV shows and movies is teaching you, it's not realistic, and that's actually giving people making people more depressed because they could not have everything they want. Especially when it comes to the women, when they have good career and have children, they want all that, and they want maybe a better career, a better business, a better education. They cannot have. So they can have all that, but not at the same time.
Right.
They just need to figure out when they can do which one.
Right. It's tough. And Hollywood, shame on you. That some of these things that the Hollywood spreads goes along with, like, I can't tell you how many shows I've seen where they mock people who choose not to be vaccinated. Mm-hmm. And there's no, and if anybody has anything, like if they fall, there's no mention of possibly going to a chiropractor. Oh, no, you have to run to the doctor and get meds.
What's interesting about vaccinations, though, even before this COVID vaccine came out, there's always been the flu vaccine, right? And every year they would tell you to take a flu vaccine, and because that will protect you, right? But what happens when you take the flu vaccine is you get sick for 3 days.
Right.
So you're guaranteed to be sick for 3 days when you really, in reality, you probably, if you get sick with a flu, you're probably out for a day.
Right.
So right off the bat, you're just wasting 2 days of your time that you could be doing something else.
Right. not laying in the couch or worshiping the porcelain god. Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is when we first started talking about doing this show tonight, I'd never thought about productivity before. This is really, really interesting because I think it's a much deeper topic than we are even aware of. So that's really wonderful that you're here to share with us tonight.
Well, I don't usually share a lot of what we do. It's usually a balance between the health and the wealth on our show. So this is a good chance for us to talk about something that, I want people be more aware about.
Yes, definitely. Well, everybody, please stay tuned. We're going to be right back with more Minna after this break.
Imagine a life where every day is fueled by energy, vitality, and purpose. Where age is just a number and your best years are always ahead. Hi, I'm Andy Nam, certified functional nutrition longevity coach, best-selling author, and international speaker. After reversing my own chronic health struggles, I'm now on a mission to help you live longer, stronger, and of course to look younger. I combine biohacking, cutting-edge nutrition, and stem cell technology to unlock your body's full potential. So no matter where your starting point is, I'm going to guide you toward a chronically healthy life. Ready to reverse aging and take control of your future? Connect with me today. Your journey to longevity starts here.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things. Like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being. With the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Chronic Health Collective show. I'm here today with our own lovely Minna, who is the co-host, and also our guest today, talking to us about productivity. You know, Minna, while we were on the break, I was thinking about what you were saying, and I was thinking about balancing things. Is that a factor in productivity?
So balancing means you want to. It means you have different things that you want to achieve at the same time. You either have a family, you have a career, or you have education or community work, something that you want to balance. So, in some sense, it you have to allocate your time according to how you prioritize your tasks, as opposed to I'm just going to spend 8 hours doing work, 8 hours doing this, and 8 hours sleeping. That's not really balanced, even though it's 8 hours and 8 hours, and it sounds like it's going to balance, but it's not really the case. So when you say balancing, is really about really just doing the things you want to do, the things you do best and you do well, and is the most effective way of achieving your own goals, as opposed to spending time washing dishes, scrubbing the floor. To me, those things are very unproductive.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree, and I think that applies to everything else that you were talking about as well. To our health. Yes, eat organic foods, but that doesn't mean you have to eat kale for every day for the rest of your life if you hate kale. Find the things that you love in the categories, and same with exercise, right? Like if you hate
Yeah.
running, don't run, walk, or yoga or swimming or whatever that makes you happy
Yeah,
and makes you feel
it is
good.
really about finding things that you love to do, then that will benefit you, right? And the other thing is you don't want to be productive 24 hours of the day. That would drive you nuts. You have to actually you actually have to allow yourself time to be consciously unproductive. But this is the time that you actually rest. This is the time you take time for yourself, that you kind of feel for yourself how you're feeling that day, what you have done, and then how do you what you're grateful for, and things like that. So you want to actually allow yourself time to be unproductive, just so that when the next day comes along, you can be productive again.
So I love that. Consciously unproductive. I think that might be a step up from when I used to teach and I would crawl home at the end of the day and lay on the floor. And I told my family, you're not allowed to speak to me unless the house is on fire, until I get up off the floor. But I think that's a little more like that was recovery.
Yeah, that sounds like you really need to recover. So technically, if you get to that point, you probably needed to take a nap or some kind of break before you get to that point. Because when you're that tired, it's really hard to recover. Right? It's really hard to bring you back to 100% when you're almost down to like the last few percent.
Right, like your phone.
Like the phone, right?
Yeah.
It takes a lot longer to charge up. So, when you get to 25%, you need to take a break.
Oh, that's a good way to think of it. Yeah.
You need to charge up.
So how could we do that then? Because like with teaching, that isn't even possible. But at least the way the schools are structured now, it's not. But in generally in like corporate environments or work environments, how can you build that into your day without people coming down on you and telling you you're a big lazy person, which you're not?
Well, there's several ways to do it. You can just hop out and take a coffee break. I used to actually schedule my breaks. So so there's two things I schedule when I was actually had a job and I have to go to work. So I would schedule my productive time. So it would be windows of maybe like an hour and a half. So I would book a room, like a small room, office room, and I just go in there and just do all my work for an hour and a half. And then I would take a break for about 15, 20 minutes. And now I put that on the calendar so that no one can put something else on my calendar.
Oh, smart.
So once you block it off, people cannot find you. If they know that we can't find you because you're doing something else or you have another meeting, right? So they know that you cannot be disturbed during those times.
Oh, that's smart. I like that. Yeah. I'm in a meeting.
Well, that's all you have to do, right? Just tell them don't bother you.
That is clever. Yes, because then you're booked. You build it into your schedule, and you can build in just like you build in the pleasurable activities that playing with your children or reading a book or
For
taking
sure.
a walk. Yeah.
There's a lot to say about the morning routine and the wind down routine. So that's when you want to maybe read a book or play with your kids. But during work, a lot of times you want to block out your time because when other people come to find you, they're giving them their monkeys. They're giving you more stuff to do. They need your help for do something else that is not really may not be important to you at all, but it's important to them. So you want to take care of yourself first. You want to do what's important to you first before you can go and help in other people. Which, if you have time, fine, go help people. Go be a team, but you still have your own work to do. You still have your own priorities. So you want to do that first.
So that's interesting. How many of us just let people dump on us? And
I used to. I mean, I'm open office policy, right? Everyone can see where you are, so they just come and dump six things on you. But that's where you have to step away and find a corner that you can be yourself and just get down to work.
How can you graciously, without offending people, say no? Like without saying, I'm not taking on your dumb stuff here. Go away.
So usually people will come in and tell you a story, and what I would say is, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Oh.
So they try to give me a monkey, I'm giving them back the monkey. Unless you're something contributor, sure. In workplace environment, it's a team effort. You have your role to do. But a lot of times when you have to deal with people that just want you to handle their crap, just tell them, give them back the monkey. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. I have to say that I think that these are skills that we need to learn, like as children. This is really essential. And plus, if you give them back their monkeys, and they're not doing their work, then it's not like they're going to blame you.
No, they'll just find someone else to give the monkey.
Somebody who hasn't talked to Minna and learned how to say no.
But there you go. They just keep on someone else, and eventually they'll figure it out. They really do. Things always work out.
Yes. That is a great boundary. So what about wasting your time? Like, if telling you a story could be a time waster.
Yeah, you would allow them a few minutes, and then you just say, I'm sure
Yeah.
I feel for you. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah. And
somewhere along the line of things.
Yeah. Please excuse me. I have
work to. I have an appointment.
Yeah, I have an appointment. I have a meeting. Oh, it's so funny. I used to many years ago when I worked in an office, I used to I've always been one to drink a lot of water, so I go to the bathroom a lot, and the person who would cover for me when I was not at my desk would complain bitterly about how much, and I'm like, so I'm supposed to sit here in pain because you're dehydrated and you don't have to go to the bathroom.
That's a natural thing that you have to do. It's not like you go to the bathroom to hide.
I know. I told her, I said, you're dehydrated, honey, not that, which is of course the nutrition and the physical fitness. Hydration is a big deal.
Well, I
So,
mean, if you in a job work position that they don't allow you to have bio breaks, you need a new job.
yeah, teachers. That was a thing. We couldn't leave. You'd have to call. So if you were having like an emergency situation,
Yeah.
you had to call for them to come and be in your classroom. And what if they don't get there? It was, yeah, teachers, they were expected to be robots. Yeah, it was terrible. I'm not in that anymore. Now I
Get
advocate
out of it.
other things, but but it's the same thing. It's setting the boundary. Self-care is essential. And if your job isn't allowing you to do that, then what do? Quit?
Well, honestly, I would find a new job. Like just so when we look for jobs, we're always just looking for obvious things like the pay or the hours or the location. When you look for a job, you want to actually look for these signs, right? Are they giving you the benefit of the doubt? Are they giving you like the health benefits? Are they does the people actually feel like they're enjoying what they do, or are they all stressed out? You can get the feel when you go in for a job interview if the people are happy or not, right? And you can always talk to them and ask them, hey, how does it feel working here before you actually take the job?
Mm, yeah, because people will tell you.
They will, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they're not happy, they'll tell you.
Yes. That's for sure. I had a group of teachers. Every Friday we used to go to a little Mexican place by the school and have margaritas. And and it was so funny because we told them we were middle school teacher and they started greeting us at the door with our margaritas when we walked in.
They feel for you.
They do. Well, Minna, I'm loving this discussion. I want to go deeper into it. So let's take our break, and then when we come back, we're going to go deeper with Minna.
Okay.
Are you struggling to communicate effectively or lead with clarity? At Bambushu Coaching, Vince, a certified peace specialist and brain health trainer, offers solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's developing better leadership skills, improving communication, or fostering peace in stressful environments, Vince has the tools to help you thrive. Through personalized coaching and training, Vince helps you tap into your strengths, reduce stress, and communicate with confidence. The result: stronger leadership, clearer communication, and more peaceful, productive environments. Ready to lead with clarity and peace? Connect with Vince at Bambushu Coaching today.
A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science. At longevity. At exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being. From the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave.
Hi, I'm Christy Boyd Johnson. And if you are ready to change your child's education out of this model and into this model, then I'm right there with you. give me a call or email me and let's chat and let's do this together, because when we team up, we're unstoppable. Barefoot Learning Club, foundation plus imagination equals genius. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Chronic Health Collective. We are here today with Minna Wong, our productivity expert. Hey Minna.
Yay.
So let's talk about, because you do this work, plus in your bio you mentioned you're launching a skincare brand. So you've got the entrepreneurial side, I don't know what to call it, a side hustle kind of going on here.
Yeah, we call it a side hustle. I think I guess throughout my life I always do like 2 jobs, or school and work, or school and run a business. There's always a few things at the same time. So since COVID, right, we're stuck at home. I start making different things. I start making my own laundry detergent, cleaners and all sort of things. So that evolved into actually turn that into like my own lotion, making my own lotions, my own potions, my own herbal tinctures. And so I make a lot of things. But when it comes down to skincare, I feel like there's a niche that I could help with women, I guess our age, like the menopausal age. It's just that when, I was born with eczema, which was not pleasant. But because of that, I never put work makeup on my face. And because of that, I feel like I actually saved myself a lot of time and money not buying makeup and putting up makeup and removing makeup at the end of the day. So I think that's one way that for me to help women find a way to save themselves a little bit of time and money. Which is why I'm working on developing Coolness, which is the skincare line. So it has active ingredients that would be more helpful for women our age. And of course, it's going to be all natural. And the way I see it, that is going to be the face cream is going to double as an eye cream, which is going to be a double purpose thing. And so right now the product is in stability testing. So I'm working on the labeling and the packaging. So it should be ready to launch next month, just in time.
I feel my Christmas presents getting.
I'll make sure you get the first one.
Send some out to some people too. That's eczema. I am assuming it was on your face. Mm-hmm. Eczema. Did you have it elsewhere as well?
So right now it shows on my face because I don't wear makeup, right? So you can actually tell this is my face. But yeah, so this is a little bit of rosacea. I used to have them all along my joints, the elbows, the knees, and because I was, I lived in Hong Kong for my first 16 years of my life. Hong Kong is hot and humid, which is actually really bad for the skin. When I moved to Vancouver with my family, Vancouver is cold and dry, which is also not good. But eventually I outgrew it, so I got a lot better. So I don't really have eczema showing on my skin anymore. But because of that, I never got into the wearing makeup, the beautifying myself, because I just look like that.
Oh yeah, but you definitely qualify as a natural beauty anyway.
Thank you.
And skin, I mean, when people notice your skin, they notice. I've heard people say you have beautiful skin, and people do. Not your. I mean, I hear people saying in the world, you're skin, and so.
But that's interesting, right? Because I have the most awful skin as a kid.
We've all had our burdens.
For sure.
uh, uh, so you've developed formulas that are all natural
Mhm.
and beneficial to the skin, and don't cause those kind of allergic reactions
Yeah.
or like eczema, hives.
Mhm.
I mean, how many of us grew up either I didn't wear makeup until well into my 30s. I just never did. And I wear it now just because so I don't look like a ghost on the show. But that's the only time I wear it is when we're on the show. But the skincare is the thing that gives you the glow or the
Yeah, so I feel like when you have a good enough skin, I guess, that you don't have to cover up, it gives you the confidence that you can face the world with your true face, right? So you don't have to actually, I guess, well, I don't date anymore. I haven't dated for the last 30 years. So
Andy might
even when you
object
go
if you
on
did.
dating, it's like you met a new person and this person thinks you look like this, but the next time you match, you look different because you have a different set of makeup on, and that would be confusing for someone that just knew you. So as opposed to if you just go in and show your face, it's easier for people to get to know the real you. I feel like.
Well, yeah. And how, I mean, back to the Hollywood thing that we were talking about. How many jokes are there about with women who are like, did you ever see The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? She would get up an hour early and put on all of her makeup and then go back to bed and pretend she woke up that way.
Yeah, I saw that one. That was ridiculous. It's funny, but it's ridiculous.
It's like, oh no, you're not going to see me without my face on. It's like,
Right, you start
what?
talking about these actresses, right? You see this tabloids when they walk up with no makeup. It's like, oh, who's that, right?
Yeah.
It's a totally different person.
Right. I do know the lights wash them out, especially if they're fair. Like I'm Norwegian and we're fair. We're just fair skinned.
Well, I get it when you're in front of a camera or something that, with lighting, then you want to accent your features. But, every day, all the time, you don't really need it all the time.
Oh.
Especially you, Christy, you like to go to swim. So how does that going to work for you?
Right? Exactly. I don't swim on Friday because I would have to come back and take my shower and put makeup on, which I immediately go after the show and wash off my face. So I'm looking forward to the skincare that you're developing because that's going to, it must feel soothing and nourishing. And
yeah. And the funny thing with skincare, Andy used the same thing. Right. And I guess men, I know I'm targeting women our age, but men have skin too. So I don't know why they don't take care of their faces.
Have you tested your products on Andy?
Yeah, he's using it.
Oh, good.
And he likes it. As long as I make it as a neutral scent.
Oh.
Right. So anybody can use it, really. I mean, anybody that has skin can use it. You just have a face.
Hey, you already washed your face.
Exactly. You just left it on.
That's one thing in talking about, detoxifying our lives. We forget that when I can smell formaldehyde. I don't think everybody can. But when someone walks by me and they've washed their hair or something with a shampoo that has formaldehyde in it, practically knocks me over. It's so toxic and so bad. I know not everybody, it's like mold. Not everybody can smell mold. I must have a super nose or something. But it's like, and I'll physically back away from someone or turn my head or, move away from them because I can't take the smell.
For sure, because how we talk about health being a big part of productivity. Your skin is a big part of your health.
Yes.
Right. Your skin absorbs a lot from your laundry detergent, from the air, from the atmosphere. So taking care of your skin is actually a big part of staying healthy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And your face is, you know, front and center. So, but yeah, so it's like natural products that are nourishing and don't add more of a toxic load.
Mhm.
When you take a shower, you shouldn't be putting toxins on your body. It's not even much.
That sort of defeats the purpose, right? You're supposed to wash it off.
So now, is there what's in the line? Is it like face wash, cream? What kinds of products are they?
So for now, it's going to be a face wash and a cream. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But I think those are the two steps that everyone needs to do, right? You need to wash it and then put some cream back on it.
Yeah, especially if you're after 50. So that seems so easy. That talk about productivity. I mean, that's just super easy.
Yeah, I want to make something that is easy to use, but it's still effective, which is basically the whole point of being productive, that you want to be effective, right? You want to have a good life by being less stressful. Part of having good skincare is just to make your skin less stressful too.
You know, that's an interesting thing to say, because, you know, how many times do you find like you keep going like this, like you've got an itch or something, and it's like in one spot and it's really bugging you, and you know, that kind of thing like can be not avoided, but actually healed by using the right kinds of products.
For sure. I mean, because as a kid, I had eczema, right? So I've tried a lot of different lotions and potions. And part of having eczema is you can never have good sleep. So that's actually a lot of stress on the body, because I can never sleep. Even as a kid, I can never sleep through the 8 hours just because I'm always scratching and itchy. So I always wake up in the middle of the night. So that's a lot of stress on the body. Right. So when your skin feels good, when your whole body feels good, then you can sleep well, and then you can be less stressful. And when you sleep well, you're actually more productive too, right?
Oh my gosh. Yes. I mean, I think we've all had those nights where we're like insomnia, and we go, if I fall asleep now, I'll get 5 hours. If I fall asleep now, I'll get 4 hours. Just, they're terrible. And then you have to go to work.
Yeah. When you have the good quality 7-8 hours sleep, you wake up a different person. You actually wake up and then you're ready to do everything that you needed to do, right? As opposed to, when you don't have regular sleep or you don't sleep well, your productivity is gone down a lot just because you're not thinking straight. So part of being productive is to have healthy sleep also, right? And drink a lot of water, make sure you sleep well, and stay healthy. And that's actually a big part of productivity.
That makes sense. I mean, I think all of us have experienced that we're a day at work where we're just dragging because we didn't sleep well, and you just feel terrible, and it makes you grumpy, and just kind of, I know, I just like, leave me alone. At lunchtime, I go hide somewhere in my car or something because I don't want anybody to talk to me, because I'm grumpy because I'm tired. And so, yeah, I think we've all done that. So
for sure.
that makes sense to me. Yeah. That's right there. You know what? If no other reason that being healthy is to be able to sleep well, because that really makes a difference.
Yeah, it's a vicious cycle. I mean, if you're not healthy, you don't sleep well, and then you get less healthy, and then you're less productive, and then you get less sleep because now you have to spend more time to do whatever it is you want to do. So really, they're interconnected. You cannot separate health and productivity. Yeah. They just work together.
So then for this, like if you shower, whether you shower in the morning or you just fix yourself up so you could wash your face and put the cream on, and then in the evening do it again, or do it or wash in the shower. It seems so easy. Like it doesn't add any time at all.
Sometimes I don't even do it at night. It depends on how lazy I am. After shower, yes, because that now you're fresh and clean. Your pores are open, so that's when you put on the cream. But at night, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah. Or if you're like me, running to wash off your makeup.
That's why I don't have to, because I don't have to wash my makeup.
I'm really looking forward to it, and as a swimmer, that I'm going to report back to you, because I have chlorine issues. Like,
oh yeah.
You know, I've had the opportunity in the past to use a saltwater pool, and that made a huge difference. But now where I live now, it's chlorine pools again, and I can't swim every day because it's just too much chlorine.
Yeah, you probably want to look into, maybe I'll formulate something for you, like an oil-based body cleanser.
Yeah, well, you know what? There we go. We can.
That would be a third product.
Oh, for swimmers.
Swimmers cleanser. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do some research on that.
Yeah, because there are a lot of us, and
and chlorine is definitely not good for your skin. You don't want that on you.
No.
On your hair and your skin is not good for you. It dries you out.
Oh yeah, I always smell like chlorine until the next shower. So I shower after I swim, and then I still smell like chlorine until the next day and I take another shower. So yeah.
I'll work on it.
All the swimmers out there love that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Are there any other self-care rituals that are really powerful besides, making, sleep? And how about right before you go to sleep?
I don't do a whole lot. So before I go to sleep, I would read a little, because we like to watch TV. That's how we wind down. But between the TV and the sleep, I do want to squeeze in at least 20 minutes of reading time. Just so you're off screen, then you don't have all the blue light that's affecting your sleep. I do take melatonin, which is helpful, and I just read until I feel sleepy, and then I just go to sleep.
I love to read myself to sleep. I'm right there with you. Also, magnesium, calcium for anybody.
That helps too. Yeah,
that helps a lot too. Yeah. Yes, the off screen. You know what I've noticed too, as I've taken to wearing one of those silk eye masks over my eyes, that makes a huge difference. Because it blocks out everything, So if somebody drives by and their lights flash in your window or something, it doesn't wake you up.
I have a magnesium oil that I rub onto my feet, and I think that actually helps.
Excellent. Yeah, I've been hearing about stuff like that. See, all these things are out there. There's no awareness. So, yeah.
But once you start looking into it, that opens up a whole new world for you, and it'll change your life.
Yeah, and starting with sleep.
Yeah.
And then that sleep, and I forget who said that. The best thing in a woman's beauty kit is a good night's sleep. When some famous actress said that, I can't think of who it was. Marilyn Monroe, maybe, or something.
But that's smart. That's smart.
Yeah, and then Minna's coolness product.
It's coming.
Minna, it is so much fun to talk to you. I've gotten some really great ideas about just little things I can do for my own day now to be more productive and less stressed and less spinning my wheels when I'm, let me just ask you that before we sign off. What do you do if you get caught in that I'm spinning my wheels trap?
Well, you can meditate, which is one way to do it, or you can just, it might be a little weird, just go dance it off. Something, you just take a couple minutes, dance it off, or meditate, or go read something, or just bring yourself, think about something else, and bring your mind off it. And sometimes that's all you need.
Reset, like a
Mhm.
reset.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's a perfect solution. Oh, well, Minna, thank you so much. This is so enlightening about a topic that I didn't know that much about. I don't think it's very well known. So this is really excellent.
Awesome. Yeah. So next week we have Andy with us. So come back join us on Tuesday, 7 p.m. CST. You could watch episodes on watch.e360tv.com. We're in the Fatality TV network. We also have YouTube channel, Chronic Health Collective. And if you want to know more about what we do, just come to our website, chronichealthcollective.com. We will see you next week. That was a lot of fun, Christy. Thank you.
Ciao, everyone.